So this is a second confrontation we're going to see very soon, where he does not utilize his infestors. And a big thing here that I'm concerned about is that I guess he doesn't know that there is Colossus coming out, but I guess that if he scouted this, he would have known that, and I guess he's about to get wiped across the ass of escaping jail. Jail. Is that a new word? Is that even a word in any language? I don't know. But escaping jail, we have to keep in mind, though, escaping jail is an ex-con who has managed to escape jail, so he is about to take his TOS units and grab the prison shank and shove it in the neck of these Zerg units, because we see a really ineffective micromanagement right here. He just, like, he's not doing very much at all. He's going for this one gateway, and he doesn't even get it down. Oh, that sucks. Alright, so this is my concern with this right now. So if he had scouted, he would know there was Colossus coming out on the field, and he did a good job of getting that fungal growth tossed all over the place, which is really gross when you look at it. I do apologize. I'm in low quality right now just for the sake of the replay, because everything gets slowed down when I am recording the screen. But essentially, we're watching the field get smeared with the blood of the Zerg units, and he does not. Okay, if I watch that in regular speed, folks, sorry, if I watch that in regular speed, what you're gonna see is gonna make you cry. Okay, because let's bring that back. And let's look at what's going on here. So we still have units being produced. We still have upgrades going down, and very very active on the TOS side of things, with the APM towering above the Zerg player, and the unit count is just leaps and bounds ahead of the Zerg player. Now, see, check this out. So he does not get the gateway down, and I'm gonna slow this down now, so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Every unit counts. So as soon as he realizes, oh, I'm not going to win, he just moves his units over here and lets them sit there and do nothing. Here it goes. So there goes his infestors. It's like he's given all hope at life. So he just brings them over here and lets them sit for a while. This guy's not doing anything. Oh no, run away. There he goes. He's dead. So there goes lesson number 2 in what I'm talking about. Pull your units back, because if he pulled them back here, he could have had them reinforced with all this. He could have reinforced his units way better and maybe did some damage to the TOS force. As it isn't that large anymore, he probably could have won that push if he pulled his units back and moved these guys in to help him out. Hilarious, but it didn't happen. And I want to make mention of something. If you can, if you're a TOS, Terran, doesn't matter. If you can move across the field and just one by one pick off these creep tumors, it's really annoying for the queens to come back out and have to spread it again. But it does shorten the length of, not only do they have a field advantage if the creep is all over the place, but they can also scout when your army's moving in, which is no good. So get rid of those creep tumors. I like to point out something as well, that these evolution shapers, he's doing a pretty good job of staying on top of the upgrades, but we are 15 minutes into the game, so I'd probably expect a little more from him in terms of upgrades, considering he's got like crazy minerals and gas. Well, not crazy gas, but the minerals, they're up there, and he's got 4 expansions. So what is he doing? He doesn't even have any drones sitting over here, so this hatchery is pretty much going to waste. And like over here, oh, another thing I'd like to point out, he doesn't even have a queen over here, so this hatchery is doing nothing as well. Really, I don't know what's going on in this guy's mind. He's probably just intimidated at the fact that he's pushed twice and got destroyed. So let me just fast forward it near the end, because I just want to show you what I mean here. Another thing I expected from him in that second push when he had the infestors out is that, being that there was Colossuses on the field, what I wanted to see him do was use the neural parasite to control them and tear apart the TOS army with their own units, which he does manage to accomplish later on in the game, but ineffectively. Basically, there's more more Colossus on their way out constantly, so it doesn't really help them. You're going to see that confrontation very soon, as we do have Colossus tearing apart. Oh, looks like it already happened, guys. But yeah, get the Neural Parasite if you're going to get Infestors, especially later in the game. I mean, because if not, this is what's going to happen. You're just going to have a whole lot of Colossus running over your bases like it's nobody's business. They have the range upgrade. They're standing on the high ground, which is another great thing about it. Guys, if you have Colossus, just bring them on the... It's kind of like that one of the last missions in when you have to do in Liberty campaign, when you are the Toss and you're trying to defend against all the impending waves of the Zerg force. It's just like that in the campaign. It kind of teaches you a little bit of the fundamentals of positioning these kind of units. If you put them on the high ground, they have a very good advantage on units like the Zerglings, because there's no way that the Zerglings are even going to scoop around the Stalkers to get to the Colossus. And pretty much the rest of this game is the Toss player wiping the field of all the expansions that SFH has laid down, and right now he's doing some long-ranged mining to try and rebuild. He builds he gets the he's going for the yellow expansion. Unfortunately, it's not really going to help him any, because if we look at the unit count back down home at the Toss player's base, let's take a look here. We have 3 Colossus with 3 and 2. We didn't really go for the shields that much. That's no biggie. But the same thing goes 3 and 2 here. So 12 Stalkers. Why did I say 2? We have 3 Colossi, 12 Stalkers versus we have 5 Infestors and 3 Zerglings. Another thing I'd like to add, where the heck is it? There it is. Exactly what I said before. There was no detection whatsoever going on in the Zerg player's base. So exactly what I said was going to happen. The DTs came out. They did in fact come out, and they were ripping apart the base of the Zerg player. I did not catch that. I kind of fast forwarded past it. It doesn't really matter. I said it was going to happen. It happened. That's besides the point. That's why you now see 1 Overseer in the unit count. So yeah. Could have done a little bit more than that in terms of detection. I mean, he only has close to 3,000 gas, and as we know, it does not. If we go here, it only takes 50 minerals and 100 gas to make that Overseer. So invest in that and send one out to each base if you're going to be up against DTs. There's always the potential that there's going to be cloaked units, so I make them anyway. I have at least 1 for each expansion I have, just like I have at least 1 queen at each expansion. So there's a lot of things that can be worked on here. The main key point that I wanted to bring across to you guys is there's nothing crazy happening in this game. It's actually a very standard game. A lot of gateway units, and then he went for the Robo, a very, very late 4th Expo going up, as he didn't really see a need for it, because every push the Zerg player threw at him, he just pushed back and destroyed. So the point is, guys, if you're losing your units very fast, what you're going to want to do is pull them back. And this is kind of creative, but this kind of would have helped later in the game. Sorry, not later in the game, opposite of that, before he got all his units crushed. And I don't know why, but something about this is just it's kind of creepy. They're kind like the Infestors kind of look like, you know, like, I mean, it's kind of like that creepy kid next door with the binoculars that always hangs out his window looking at you at like 2 in the afternoon when he should be at school. It's like he played hooky just because he knows that you're going to be at home, and then he knows that you have to change before work at 3. That's kind of weird, but basically, there it is. Boom, fungal growth. Down goes all those probes. Unfortunately, it's not going to help any, because we're about to see the Toss player push into his base, and an impending GG is about to be shown. Although we do have a lot of drones going on in here. They're all about to die, so that doesn't really make a difference. Dun da da da. Oh yes, yes, yes. I forgot to mention there was ultras that came out. Unfortunately, just. And you know, in terms of the armor, they were pretty good in that area of the upgrades. But it didn't really help. It did not really help our friend SFH, and he just got mowed. He got lawnmowed by the Colossus, who are now 3-2, and that is a good story, my friends. Always pull back your units if you're going to be losing them, because had he done that, like I said before, I showed you proof. He had more units chilling back home. He could have pulled back his units, met in the middle, and then took out the little toss force that was left in this base, which would have actually laid on some hurt, and then he could have went for maybe air. Maybe he went for air because he knew Colossus were on the field at that point. He saw the Colossus. He could have threw up a Spire. He could have done a lot of things, but he didn't, and that's why he is GGing right now. So I hope this helped you guys a little bit. I know watching this game helped me because personally I am a Zerg player. So one thing I'm going to do more of is pull back my units, because I know that 9 times out of 10, if I'm pulling back my units, the Protoss player is not necessarily going to follow. So that buys me a little bit more time to produce more units and hopefully stake my chances in the game. Well, everybody, you have been chilling with Dylan today, and I hope you enjoyed this replay. I hope it was informative. Alright, everybody, so that was that. And so you see what I mean now. Pull back your units, make detection, especially playing against Toss, because you know there's going to be observers chilling in your base, knowing everything you're doing. You know there's the possibility of DTs that wipe through Zealots and drones like nobody's business. And also, yeah, I don't know, scout more, because you didn't really do that. Other than that, though, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed my Captain America gear that was bought for me by my amazing girlfriend. I do support Captain America and all he has done in his fight against Nazi Germany. Really good guy. Me and him play cards on Tuesdays. We hit the brewskis at the local jam bar down on the street every Friday. I don't know what a jam bar is, but I just mix the word jam and bar together because jam is like slang for party and bar is pretty much where you do it. So jam bar, you know, I thought it worked. Anyways, my name is Dylan, aka DSteezy. Today you were chilling with Dylan, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna start casting a little bit more often, just see how I like it. And I want to nip this in the bud right now. I'm not trying to be anything like Day9. Day9 is a really great guy, and he's helped me improve like 10 million fold. I just want to do my part in the community because I'm not doing much in the game currently because I'm just not getting it. I'm just not getting it. So, you know what they say, those who cannot do, teach. And those who cannot teach, teach Jim. Or in this case, StarCraft. Because that's all I know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. My hair is like going nuts right now. Not that it really matters, because I am at home. Who's going to see me here, right? I again apologize for this little camera thing I have going on. It's really low quality, but that is because I sold my HD camera to pay my car insurance. A life of a student right there, guys. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this webcast on StarCraft. Stay tuned to SteezyStarcraft and stay subscribed. I got more to come, hopefully, in the near future. Peace out.